Hi friends, this video is full of lots of motivation. I am getting up and I am getting things done. We just got back from a vacation and it was so much fun. I'll talk a little bit about that later. But in this video, we are kind of getting my life back in order. We got home the day before I filmed this. And we kind of just got home. I ran a load in the dishwasher. I tried to start some laundry and just kind of get the kids in bed. We got home pretty late. So I just had a lot to get done. And then we actually had to pick up our dog Yoshi. He was being babysat by some people near us. They're really great and they've got a great place for dogs. And so we got him. And of course, because he was gone for so long, we just spent as much time as we could just petting him, giving him affection, playing with him in the backyard. And so he was kind of our priority. And now that it's been a full night and, part of the morning, I'm getting going, just trying to get my life back in order. So I started off making my bed because nothing quite gets you in the mood to clean and have your house put back together than starting off with a simple task that makes you feel good. I cleaned all of our sheets right before we left for vacation, so all I had to do was make the bed, and then it's ready for me to get some laundry done. Throughout the whole entire day, I'm trying to keep the laundry machine going. Another thing that I had to get done today was get our sourdough out of the fridge and feed it. Whenever you're gone on a long vacation, your sourdough just ends up kind of going dormant in the fridge. And so here I'm just trying to bring it back to life. We love sourdough pizza over here. It's one of our favorite easy lunches or dinners. And it's just really nice to have on hand. So I'm trying to get this up and running in a couple of days. That means a couple of feedings every single day to try to bring it back to life. Now that the sourdough is taken care of, I'm just going to quickly clean up the kitchen. We had breakfast and coffee at this point in the day, and so the kitchen needed to be cleaned. I usually do 3 resets in the kitchen a day, sometimes other living spaces, but you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and that's just what's required when everybody's at home. During our vacation, we actually went camping, and whenever you go camping, it's a little bit harder to get caught up when you get home. And so what you see here is a ton of dishes that are actually our camping dishes. So some of them needed to be hand washed, and then whenever I come home from camping, I like to run all of our dishes through the dishwasher to really sanitize them before they get packed away officially for the year. We might go on another small camping trip this summer, but we aren't completely sure yet. So for now, I ran all these dishes through the dishwasher and now I'm officially packing them away in this little tote. This tote will go into a much bigger tote in our garage, and then it gets put way up high on our ceiling in the garage for storage. We used to just go around our kitchen and gather up random dishes to bring camping, and I just found that 1, you kind of ruin your dishes when you're camping, and 2, it's just sometimes hard to not forget things that are really important. So at some point when I realized camping was going to be part of our life for a long time, I have 2 young boys who absolutely adore camping. I decided to go to Walmart and just gather up some really cheap dishes and things like that, and it's been working out really nice to just have these things on hand in your camping tote so you'll never forget them. So this pile here is all of our camping stuff, and I'm going to be taking that into the garage and putting it back where it belongs. But now we're moving along to emptying the dishwasher from the night before, and we're going to quickly do some dishes and just wipe down all of these counters.
Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? if I leave tonight. We could do this right, we'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be if I leave tonight? We could do this right, we'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light, yeah. Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light, yeah. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me.
Now that we finished up in the kitchen, just kind of giving it a nice reset for the morning and setting ourselves up for a good day. We made our bed, we cleaned up our kitchen, did our morning reset, dishes are taken care of, trash is taken out. All of those little cleaning tasks just feel so good if you're trying to have a good day. I don't know, everybody has different tasks that make them feel like they can be productive. You guys should let me know what yours are. When I was cleaning the kitchen, I looked out the window and noticed that both of our bird feeders were completely empty. And so I am going to quickly fill these up. Our whole entire family likes to look out the window and watch the birds. We also like to come out onto our patio and just hear the birds chirping, sometimes with a cup of coffee. It's just so relaxing. And my husband even has this little bird app that listens to birds chirping and will kind of tell you what the birds are just from listening to them kind of singing their songs. Since I was outside, I decided to tackle some of my other outdoor chores. One of the things that gets a little neglected when you're gone on vacation is your plants. We tried our best to set up sprinklers that would cover the entire yard. However, this back corner here was severely neglected. A lot of our barberries are kind of shedding and they didn't get sun. It was really hot when we were gone too, so that's kind of sad. I'm really hoping that they will come back. Barberries are supposed to be pretty drought resistant, but when you first plant things, they do require more water and more maintenance. So I'm just really hoping that they're not dead for good. So I'm going to kind of go throughout the whole entire yard and get everything a really good water. I like to actually do this twice and do a deep watering so that I don't have to water them every single day. This also helps promote deep roots and just makes your plant a little healthier. So I go around the entire yard and I water everything by hand. And then I actually do it one more time, but I'm not going to film that so I don't bore you guys. I did decide to declutter this little metal rod with a hummingbird feeder from our front yard. Nobody sits out front, so having a hummingbird feeder in our front yard just seemed kind of pointless. So I am going to be taking that into the garage and adding it to the rest of the decluttering items that I've got. I am planning on going shopping today, so later in this video I will be getting grocery shopping done. That was a huge priority for me. Whenever you come back from vacation, your pantry and fridge is usually pretty empty. But before I go grocery shopping, I am going to vacuum out the car. I will be tackling that soon. I needed to vacuum out the car because there was a lot of dirt, dust, dog hair, and just stuff from the camping trip. So before I could go get groceries, I did need to do just a quick vacuum. And then before I go to the store, I'm actually going to stop by a couple donation centers and drop off all of the stuff I've decluttered so far in my home. I've already had family go through it, and so everything left over is stuff that they didn't want. The donation piles were so much bigger, but after all of the family goes through it, it does look a lot smaller now. I'm just happy that I find homes for things. Another task that has to be done every single week is deheading my geraniums. I love geraniums, but they are a lot of work. You have to constantly go through them and dehead them. It'll promote better, healthier growth. I'm not going to film me doing all of the flowers, just this little front section here, but I did go through the entire front yard and make sure to get rid of all of the dead geranium flowers.
You were my best friend, didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. How it's gonna stay in
I finished vacuuming out the car the best that I could. I am not doing a detailed job on the car because it is not a beautiful day. If you're anything like me in the summertime, I will not get out a bucket with soapy water and scrub the entire interior of my car, take the floor mats out, scrub them, and wash the exterior of my car unless it's a sunny day. So I'm just going to put that off, and as soon as we get a really beautiful sunny day, my entire family is going to go outside together and we're all going to work together to clean our cars. So the kids actually love cleaning the exterior of cars. It's one of their favorite chores. They get in their bathing suits and my husband sprays it down, gives them a sponge with soap, and they just go to town. It is so cute. So here I am actually back from my shopping trip. I went to the donation center, so everything you saw in the trunk was things that I couldn't sell or my family didn't want, and I actually took that all to the donation center. I'm back home after going to Costco, and in addition to Costco, I also went to Safeway just to grab a few other things that I just didn't want to buy in bulk. I'm going to start off by putting some things away in the freezer outside. We buy hot dogs in bulk from Costco for dog training. It's a very high value treat, and whenever we go to places that make our dog a little bit anxious, we like to use hot dogs, and it works really well, so that's why we have those. And then we bought a bunch of cheese, milk, yogurt. All of our dairy products were kind of running low, so I made sure to stock up on that while I was at Costco. And then I just kind of went through our grocery list. We were out of chocolate chips. I always have those on hand for chocolate chip cookies or just a quick little dessert for my kids. They love just a handful of chocolate chips. It kind of makes them feel like they're having a fun sweet treat. So I got those. I also always get a fun fruit while I'm at Costco. So today we have some apples that we always have. We always carry apples and bananas, sometimes oranges. And then we got grapes as our fun fruit. So we usually only get one fun fruit every single trip to the grocery store, and then we just always have our regular fruit on hand. I've been loving having some vanilla chais every once in a while, so I did get some chai from Costco because an iced vanilla chai is one of my favorite things to throw in whenever I'm just kind of having a productive day or, wanting to get stuff done. I like to bribe myself with a fun drink. I also love to keep some simple things on hand for the kids, especially in the summertime. We do most of our cooking at home, but there are times where we're just running in and out of the house and we need something fast and easy. And so we do like to have at least a cereal option on hand for a quick bowl of cereal. And then we also keep granola in our house pretty much consistently, and that's just because I am eating yogurt so often. I probably have a small little cup of yogurt every single morning with raw honey and some granola on top. And then we have eggs almost every morning as well. I've been really trying to stick to a grocery list and not overspend on groceries. It can be so easy to buy a bunch of snacks and buy, tons of cereal options or just tons of drink options, but I'm trying to be better about not filling my pantry to the brim of food because I really don't like food waste, and I'm trying to keep things a little bit more simple. That way it's easier to manage and I can know when I run out of things. So I kind of just buy sale things whenever I can. I like to keep a bar on hand, so snacks, and then when they run out, then I buy a different one so my kids don't get bored of them. But I used to in the past have 3 different cereal options, and then I would buy 3 different bar options, and I would just always have a huge variety in the pantry, and I had so many more containers that I would put everything in, and they were labeled. I just found that it was overwhelming. It was overwhelming the whole family. We were actually eating way more than we probably should have because there were just so many options to choose from. So you naturally just are eating more. That's just how it worked for us at least. So I try to kind of limit myself to one in each category, and that's really helped out our family. So 1 bar option, and then when that gets low, I get another bar option, and then, 1 cereal option, and when that gets low, I buy more cereal in bulk from Costco, and I'll try to change what I buy to not let my family, get sick of things, but that's just been working for us. Now I'm moving on to Safeway. I did go to Safeway for some things that I don't like buying in bulk. We can't always go through Costco bulk and vegetables and stuff, so that's primarily what I went to Safeway for. I did get English muffins because it was buy one, get one free, and that's always fun. So here's all of our veggies veggies. We've got some pizza veggies. We love a lot of veggies on our pizza. We like doing peppers, shallots, mushrooms, some cherry tomatoes, things like that. And then we got some salad stuff to have on hand. Another stop that I made was to return some swimsuits that didn't fit me to Target. While I was there, I actually noticed that they had this planter on sale. It was 50% off, and so I did get a planter as well. So that's why you saw me put that on the countertop. I'm actually going to use this planter for a Monstera plant that I picked up at Costco. So when I was at Costco, I did pick up a couple new live plants, and I love them so much. I'm only showing you guys the Monstera right now in this video because that's the one that I'm putting in this planter I bought. Another thing that I love to get from Costco is this vinegar. I like to restock this and keep this in my house. I use it in my washing machine every single load of laundry except when I'm using bleach, and it keeps my clothes and laundry machine from stinking. I find that I really don't have to do a deep clean of my laundry machine if I do this regularly. So now I'm going to move on to taking this planter and just putting my Monstera in it. This is my new Monstera plant and I love it so much. I'm really hoping it fills in this whole entire corner. It was kind of a weird bare spot in my house, and I really love that this plant is a plant that just spreads really wide. So hopefully I can keep it alive and it will grow nicely here. All right, now we're just going to clean up the recycling, and I'm going to give you a little look at our pantry now that it's fully restocked. I love a restocked pantry. I just love how it looks. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview of our fridge and pantry, and then we're actually going to move on to do some more laundry. Like I said, I am trying to keep the laundry machine going all day long, so what you see is only part of the laundry that I got done. All right, the laundry machine is going. We folded some clothes and put them away. And now we're going to move along to emptying out our suitcases. These had all of our clothes. We went to a wedding in Montana. My husband's cousin was getting married, and it was a beautiful wedding. The couple is so sweet, and I'm so glad they found each other. My kids got to go to the wedding, and this was the first wedding that they've ever been to. So it was so cute to see them out on the dance floor. My oldest son was a little bit embarrassed at first. He was scared to go dancing, and then after a little while both of them were out on the dance floor, and it was just so much fun to watch. So we ended up staying 2 nights in Helena in Montana for this wedding, and we got to see a bunch of extended family members and go to this wedding, spend some time with people. We got to swim at a pool at our hotel, and it was just a lot of fun. And then we ended up driving up to Yellowstone National Park. We were kind of more in Wyoming, and the Yellowstone National Park is part of Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming. We have been through all three of them because you kind of had to drive through all three to get to where our campsite was. But we stayed at the Madison campground, and it is a beautiful campground. We got to stay and hang out at the river. So whenever we were drinking our coffee, we got to go and sit with our coffee next to the river and look for wildlife. It was so peaceful. We actually all swam in the river as well since there were no showers. That was just kind of what everybody did. You got in your bathing suit every single day to jump in the river and just kind of feel refreshed. The trip was an absolute blast. I'm actually going to show some pictures at the end of this video. I like to include things like that at the end so that people who aren't interested don't have to watch it. But for those who are interested, and I knew a couple people did ask for me to take some videos of the area that we were camping in, I did decide to just add them here at the end. We saw a couple of river otters, and we saw an elk herd and a couple little baby elk. They were so cute. We saw a couple of male bison just on the side of the road. We drove about half of a giant loop in the national park, so we got to see a lot of like panoramic views. It was absolutely stunning. We also got to see a couple of foxes. We were kind of trying to figure out for the longest time if they were a coyote or a fox because they have some similarities, but we did ask around and it is a fox, and we got to see it so close. They were not scared of people, and they actually came right up to our campground, and I got to sit and drink a LaCroix while sitting cross-legged right next to it. So here are those views that I was talking about. I just got a few clips here and there for you guys. I tried to remember whenever I was out and I thought something was stunning to just grab my phone and just kind of record it. I'm so happy that I did because now I have these to look back on. When it was time to go home, we actually had a few tears because my kids were so upset we had to leave, and we had to tell them that we can't just come back here every single year. This is kind of a special trip. I would love to come back here again one day and do the other area of the national park that we didn't get to see, but I am really happy with everything we got to see on this trip. The only thing that went wrong on this trip is we did get a flat tire and had to have a mechanic come out, fill up our tire, and then take it to a tire center in the national park. And we had to get our tire patched, so we kind of wasted half a day just trying to get our car fixed. But in the end, even though something went wrong, we had so much fun. This was actually a hike to a waterfall we went on, and my kids loved that hike. This was one of my favorite views. I just love how this looked. We did not end up seeing any bears, but I was kind of thankful for that because I have little kids and I don't know why bears scare me a little bit, so I was not upset about not seeing a bear. There were actually 3 bear sightings at the campsite we were staying at the night before we rolled in. This was that fox who just curled up for a nap right next to us at our campsite, so I thought it was kind of fun and recorded it for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed just seeing a little bit about our vacation at the end here. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I appreciate every single one of you. Let me know what you guys have been up to this summer, and just let me know if you have any good summer plans.